The most common question we get asked about Alibag right now is, have I missed the wave? Our answer every time is the same. You haven't missed the wave, you've missed the first wave. There's a difference, and understanding that difference is what this episode is about. At Bregoland, we track both the Alibag and Rewas markets closely on the ground, and this question comes up in almost every conversation we have. The run-up that most people didn't act on, properties in Mandwa, Zirad and Avas, appreciated 30 to 35% over just the 2 to 3 years surrounding MTHL's construction and opening. The broader Alibag residential market clocked approximately 13.8% year-on-year appreciation in 2024 and prices per square foot crossed 10,000 rupees in 2025. Here is the honest version of what actually happened. The thesis was visible, the proximity to Mumbai was obvious, the beaches were obvious, the lifestyle appeal was obvious. But people kept saying, wait and see. Let me watch it for another year. Let me see if the infrastructure actually comes. By the time most people were convinced the obvious land was already gone or priced at levels that made them uncomfortable. This is the fundamental pattern of every land market. The best time to buy is when the thesis is clear but the price hasn't moved yet. In Alibag, that window was 2019 to 2022. Most people missed it, not because they didn't see it, they did, but because they hesitated. Why the supply is far more constrained than people realize. Here's what most people miss when they say Alibag is expensive and there isn't that much in Alibag. The actual geography is extremely small, and within it, a huge amount of what looks like land on a map is either legally unusable or effectively inaccessible. CRZ regulations eat the coastal strip closest to the water. Forest land and the Sahyadri foothills create a hard boundary on the inland side. What you're actually left with is a narrow band of genuinely buildable land sandwiched between ocean regulations and the forest boundary. And within that narrow band, a large portion has family dispute problems, disputed access roads, or tokens already placed by developers. You'll hear about a beautiful 5-acre parcel that checks every box and then find out it has 7 heirs across 3 generations who don't agree on anything, or that the access road technically goes through a neighbor's farm, or that a developer already has an MOU signed with the eldest son without the other heirs knowing. The supply of genuinely clean, accessible, buyable land in Alibag is a fraction of what the total geography suggests, and that is not changing. What drove the first wave? 3 things that changed Alibag permanently. The Atal Setu cut the South Mumbai to Alibag road journey from 2 to 3 hours down to 45 to 60 minutes. For HNIs in Malabar Hill, Worli, Lower Parel, Alibag transformed from a long weekend destination into an accessible 50-minute retreat. COVID changed how wealthy people think about space. Spending months in a 2,000 square feet South Mumbai apartment with no outdoor access turned demand that was always latent into something urgent. And MMR expansion brought serious institutional and developer capital to Alibag for the first time. The buyer profile shifted permanently from weekend getaway buyers to primary resident buyers and serious long-term HNI allocators. Piece most people still aren't paying attention to is the Rewas Karanja Bridge, and more importantly, what it's actually part of. The bridge itself cuts the Uran to Alibag journey from 2 hours to 30 minutes by road. But it isn't just one bridge. It's part of a 498-kilometer coastal highway that runs all the way to Goa. When the corridor was operational, the entire Konkan coast becomes accessible in a way it has never been before. This is a once-in-a-generation infrastructure development that the mainstream market hasn't fully priced in. But the value still is premium is Central Alibag. Mandwa, Zirad, Avas, anything beach adjacent with a clean title is priced at what it is. If you're buying there, you're fully paying a price for full certainty. That's a legitimate choice. The value right now is on the Rewas side. Go south from Rewas towards Poynad and Pizari. This is land where the infrastructure thesis is real and documented, but not yet fully reflected in the price. Look specifically for Gautan land with good road access. Land within the original village settlement boundary that can often be built on without waiting through a long any conversion process. And be rigorous about access verification. A 10-foot long road going through a neighbor's farm is not the same as a 30-foot road touching a state highway. Get it independently verified by a local lawyer before you commit. At Brego Land, the verified parcels we work with on the Reverse side go through title and access checks before they reach any buyer. Because in a market where genuinely clean land is scarce, the work matters more than anywhere else. We believe in Alibag as a long-term market, but let us be honest about what doesn't work. Planning is a mess, road widths, water management, garbage disposal, and the town's infrastructure has not kept pace with the wealth that arrived. You will buy in Alibag and find that the road to your property floods every monsoon and is 12 feet wide and shared with the village. Our honest advice, draw a circle around yourself and build your own world. Your return on investment is not dependent on the town catching up. It is dependent on the scarcity of quality land and the infrastructure tailwind and the quality of people that are investing there. Those three things are real and they are compounding. The second wave is underway. If you want to look at verified, clean title land on the Reverse side before the bridge opens, that's what Brego Land works on. This is Lay of the Land. Subscribe to us to know where the opportunity lies in land.